I'm here. I'm just doing some sorting. But if anybody's interested, take the chat or check the chat, I should say. Doing a live break. Figured I'd get back into breaking the way I do it. So if anybody wants to get in, I did post it in the chat. It's pretty fair. These boxes are selling for about 1 to 125 online. So I figure 25 bucks a corner, $5.99 flat ship is fair. So if you're interested in maybe searching through with me and maybe pulling some Jordans, here's your chance. So post in the chat and got 8 spots open. So I'll go ahead and I'm going to be here. I just wanted to show you a few things too. Some new PC items that I picked up just a couple days ago. One of them is this. I don't know if you guys can see it, but Babe Ruth autographed postcard. Pretty sweet. 1940 something or other. Yeah, 1940. That's pretty sweet. So check these out. I need to get these reframed, but check these foot photos. I don't know if you guys can see that. Probably too close. Little Raleigh fingers. Pretty sweet. I need to get those reframed. And then been out getting autos. This one too. Orlando Cepeda, I think this one. Yep. Personalized. Yeah, I gotta get rid of these ugly frames. Juan Marichal. Yeah, I gotta get these big ugly frames out of there. Raleigh Fingers is my favorite. He's always been one of my favorite players. Yeah, I've been real busy. I built up such a massive collection. It's ridiculous. Probably can see some in the background. My desk is just covered in cards. Let's just take a small peek at this deck. This is the oldest one I could find that had this 91 upper deck in it. I have 90. I have prior years, but I don't have anything. 91, I think like April or August. Actually, I think August of 91, but this set wasn't in there. But this is July of 93, so I know it's gonna have. I know it's gonna have the 91 upper deck in it. So let's take a quick look. Let me get some organizing here so I can get my screen. Get a little more visibility here. But 91 or 93, I should say, July 93. So let's take a look. Let's go back in memory lane. Let's take a peek and look and see what we're chasing and how much we're chasing it for as far as 91 upper deck. Just to kind of, there's 91 upper deck. I hope you guys can see this. The lighting's not the best, but there's 91 upper deck right there. At the time, Larry Johnson rookie card. That's crazy. It was $10. You guys can see that with the shadow. 91 upper deck right there. Let's see what else. I can't believe that Larry Johnson was $10 at the time. The Jordan at the bottom here was only worth $1.50. Right there. $1.50. Let's just see what else we got going on here. Wow, I didn't know John Starks. That's rookie card? Oh, it is. I didn't know John Starks' rookie card was in this set. I'm learning something new right there. Right where my thumb's at. John Starks rookie. It's not labeled a rookie. That's crazy. Well, at the time, July of '93 would have been worth $2.50. So that would have been a really sweet pull. I know this card. I had a lot of these cards right here. This Billy Owens. That was a hot prospect. Our top prospect. Kenny Anderson, $2.50. I think some of these probably won't come out of this box. This is a Narvel box, but I don't think it's the high series. The high series I think had the Jerry West, and Jerry West was right in this area. So I don't think we're gonna score any of these. What is this? 1 to 3, 300. No, the first series is 400, and the second series is 100. So I'm not 100% sure if we can score any of those deep cards in the set, like down some of these top prospects. I think top prospects actually came from that Jerry West box. But then we got on the back page, getting some more high numbers. And there's our award winner right there. We're chasing those. At the time, Jordan was only $3. Stockton, Jordan was $3. Detlef was 50 cents. Robinson, $1.50. Coleman, $1, and Elijah $1. So, yeah. At the time there. Yeah. Crazy. Yeah, prices have definitely gone up, huh? Just looking through this here. That's crazy. Look at that 91, 90 Dikembe autograph. I ripped so many of that pack. Those 91, 92 Flair. Trying to pull that dang card, man. $90. Never saw it. I saw the regular card, but I never saw the auto. Look at the Dominique, about $125. I think that was in series 2. I never pulled any of those two. I think I just pulled the normal cards that were worth $1. I've seen the card. I don't own it. Either one of them. It's crazy. Crazy to think. And these prices have just skyrocketed. Especially if it's Jordan. I mean, I guess Larry Johnson's gone down, but Jordan's definitely gone up. I mean, look at the Fleer. I mean, look at the Fleer team leaders. I mean, just take a peek at that. Let's take a trip down memory lane here. Look at the team leaders. Look at the Jordan. The Jordan was worth $10. If you guys can see, let me get back into the scoop here. Yeah. Look at the total D. I mean, total D was worth $10. That's crazy. Those two sets. I think his team leaders are what? Got to be at least $150, $200, maybe more. Ungraded. And then look at these, man. I had a ton of these. These Magic's all rookie team. Look at that. That's crazy to think how much those prices. I mean, the Shaq was worth $200. A Morning 90. Even the Harold Miner was worth $48. I think I had pretty much all those cards at one point. Yeah, that was crazy. Definitely have a couple of these sets still. Draft redemptions. Look at the Shaq. $180. Those were not difficult to pull too. You got a redemption card, but I thought those were in the packs too. Yeah, I'm not sure if they're in the packs, but it says they had one set per redemption by mail. If you had a sealed bag, it'd be 1 time to 1.2 times the value. That's crazy. Beam teams, those definitely have gone up. Jordan, $80. Good luck finding that for that now. Shaq was $325. Look at that. $325. That's actually probably what they're selling for now. Anywhere, I think you probably get an ungraded one for probably about $250. But gee, mini crickets, look at those prices. Crazy, I think. These were always a joke. I always thought those were a joke. I mean, the Stadium Club Beam Team are the ones you wanted, but these were just like these Topps Beam Team. Why did they even have those? It was just like a consolation prize. So if you didn't, and you got those are not that difficult to pull. Even with Jordan being on one of them, I don't know if you guys can see that in the light. Jordan's with, let's see, Kevin Johnson and Rodman. If those cards right there had foil and some kind of design to them, those cards would have been crazy expensive. Huh. Upper Deck. Upper Deck really never had any value. That's crazy. The Shaq All Division was $30. The Jordan's $8. Huh. That's crazy. Crazy. Yeah, I just didn't have any value. Upper Deck. Never did. Yeah. don't think there's anything else in here. Just a bunch of. Even the Bird rookie, the Bird Ewing and Magic 80/81 mini card was still only $600 back in the day. Crazy. Crazy. The only two rookies in the 79/80 top set. I just recently purchased that set. Oh, 3 rookie. I guess there's a few more rookies, but the only ones that had value. Reggie Theus is worth $4. Michael Thompson was worth $3. That's the extent of the rookies from 79/80. I guess Alex English was in that set too. That's probably the top rookie. Yeah, there ain't nobody else. What a crummy set, man. The calm before the storm, because the 80/81 set had all the big dogs. Of course, the big rookies. Even though 81/82 technically had Bird's first card, Magic's first card, at least solo. I think that's the set you want to have. That's technically their first single card, even though it's not their rookie. The class of 92/93, huh? Had the hobby and the hobby excited. But to be honest, outside of Shaq and outside of Alonzo Mourning, there really wasn't anybody else. Which is crazy to think. Robert Horry, huh? Speaking of that set I just showed you guys. Where'd it go? I just showed this. Here, I just showed this set. Speaking of that set, look at that. Lottie. I actually just got that set recently. First time in my life I've had that set. I think I've had the Robinson before, but outside of that, the first time I actually had the set. Order your Beckett. Doesn't say how much it costs though. What's the price of the Beckett? Okay, because you can't buy it if you don't know what the price is. Before the internet, huh? How sports card shops advertised. Put them in the Beckett. I wonder how many of these shops are still open. I bet you not a lot of those shops are still open. There. Hey, look at these shops up here. I bet you a lot of those aren't even open anymore. I'd be surprised. This is 93 this Beckett came out, so. Huh. That was the only ones. I would have thought this guy would go on to win, what, 7 titles? Robert Ory, huh? Rockets booster, huh? Who would have thought? Big shot Bob, is that what they call him? Big shot Bob. What? 92, 93. NBA Hoops had a Shaq rookie error. What? I've never heard of that. Let's check it out. Let's see if there's a Shaq error in here. It's not in the Beckett, so. Wow, look at this autograph. That Larry Johnson autograph. I have this set, but I was never able to pull that autograph right there above my thumb. $225. That was a hot card back in the day. Yeah, Larry Johnson was hot back in 93. And then he disappeared. This actually might be his first. Actually his first Beckett he was in too. I don't know if he had a cover. I'm sure he did have a cover. But this is what, July of 93. So that was the set that I was referring to. But there's the autos. Look at those Converse. sweet. Yeah. I just recently got this card. I don't know how I did, but I didn't even know it existed. This Larry Bird. It's from 91 Hoops. 91 92 Hoops. But it's no numbered card, so it's not an insert. It's just a no numbered variation, I think. Let's see what it's worth. I didn't even know. Let's look it up. 91 92 Hoops. Let's see what that card is going for. I don't even think it's in here. I don't even see it in here. So honestly, I don't even know if it would. Maybe it hadn't been discovered yet. I mean, it definitely was out there. I'm pretty sure it's 91. Let me try 90 91. See what that says. I'm pretty sure it was in. Yeah, it's not even in. It's not even in 90 91, so it's got to be 91 92. Definitely a hoops card. And it's got no number on the back, so I'm just like, I don't see it listed. Yeah, I don't see it listed, so I don't. Maybe it hadn't been found yet to put in this in the set. That's weird. Yeah, it's not in here. Any rate, it's the first time I ever saw the card and owned it. Pretty cool. Don't think it has much value, but. Huh. Back when sports had multiple brands, multiple licenses, not just Panini or Topps. When you had, I mean, just look at 91, 92 basketball to give you kind of a memory lanes here, back perspective. But 91, 92 Flair, 91, 92 Hoops, 91, 92 Skybox, 91, 92 Upper Deck. I mean, that's four. I mean, there's those four carried over, I think, for pretty much until 92, 93 when you had Stadium Club. I think Topps came around too. Super quiet tonight. Super duper quiet. Give you guys a little view of my my pad. You want to call it like a mouse pad, gaming pad. That doesn't inspire you to. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. That doesn't inspire anybody to jump in on this break. I don't know what does. Or the Jordan Auto in the background. But hey, like I said before, these boxes right now are selling for between $1 and $125. That's what those boxes are selling for. I'm doing a rip for 25 bucks a corner. 25, 25, 25, 25. There it is, $100. So this, I'm selling the box cheaper than you can buy it online. And you don't even have to buy the whole box. You can just buy a $25 corner. Say, hey, breaks, I want the top left number 1. I'll put the PayPal address in the chat. When it's ready, send 25 bucks plus $5 shipping. Flat fee shipping. Now, keep in mind, just so you know too, on the shipping, that's for inserts, stars, that's for that. If you want the entirety of your bulk, all the bulk cards, I'll bump it up a little bit because that's where the weight comes in. But for $5.99, I'll ship out all your inserts, all your Hall of Famers, all your rookies. Doesn't matter how many spots you buy. Again, you want the whole, you want all the bulk. We'll talk about a price there, but hey, if nobody wants to jump in, I'm all good with that too. Thought I'd kick it off with a cheap break. I remember back in the day when I was breaking these boxes, I think I was charging 35 bucks a corner, and they've only gone up in price. I should be charging 35 to 40 bucks a corner. You know what I mean? At least 30. That's 120. They're going for 125. I think one just sold. I just saw it was sold for 130 bucks for a box, plus $15 shipping. I mean, they're crazy. Anything with Jordan in it right now is just what you want to get into. So, and now the holograms, if we want to break this down. Can't look on my phone right now, but the Jordan holograms, if you get those and you grade them, even though grading a 10 is fairly difficult, if not very difficult, if you end up getting a 10 in one of those holograms, that's a pretty substantial amount of money in your pocket. So, but you never know. Pack fresh, you never know how they come out. You know what I mean? But the problem is they're just always difficult to grade, high grade. But the great thing about it is, and I'm not here to give you guys grading advice. That's not what I'm doing. But what's crazy to think about with these grades, especially on these cards that notoriously have dimples and notoriously have marks on them, it's like you think they would take that into consideration when they're grading. I mean, I'm sure they do to an extent, but it's just it's crazy, crazy. I'm sure the 10s that are out there have blemishes on them because you just can't get them unblemished. The technology just wasn't there to get them unblemished. I mean, I'll give you an example. I mean, these here, these Denny's holograms came out. I think there's 94. These baseball holograms. These are one of the cooler ones, but I mean, these are sweet. But you could just look at the surface. I'm not sure if that could come off. Let me see. Let me see if some of that could come off. It might actually come off. I just pulled these out of a pack a couple days ago, so I don't know if they're gonna. It's actually gonna. The little bubbles are gonna come off it, or the dimples. Yeah, even with the terry cloth, look right there. Even with cleaning it, you can just see all the little dimples. Cool cards though. But these are 90. These are 94 Denny's. Got these in this single card packs, but nonetheless cool. And then you got Rhino. Mike Piazza. This is a good set too. They made these through 97, I think. Albert Bell. My camera in the background. Another Aussie. 2 Aussies? Yeah, 2 Aussies. 2 Rhinos. Yeah. Sweet card, man. But I'm not saying these Upper Deck basketball are as bad, but they're not. They're just. It's a difficult card to grade. Let's put it that way. So hopefully we can get somebody to break one here. We'll snag one, see what it looks like. But I remember opening a box, and if you go back in my channel, I don't know if you remember. The long timers will remember, but you know, those who've been with me for a long time. I remember there was a box I ripped. And again, there's a video on it. I could probably post it in the chat or in the comments, whatever. I can attach the video. But I remember pulling open one of these boxes. I'm gonna say it's probably like 2016, 2017. Been a long time. But I remember almost every pack had a hologram. I think I ended up, and this was a break. This was a buy and break. I think somebody walked away with like 3 or 4 Jordans. I mean, it was crazy. Crazy how many holograms were in that box. I don't think there was ever odds on that. I'm going to say there's supposed to be probably 6 maybe in the box, 6 to 8. But I think I probably pulled in that one box. I'm going to say we probably pulled 12 holograms. It was crazy. It's a cool Griffey right here. One of my favorite sets from the 90s. This is 98, I believe. Top Skull label. Cattell. Oh, old Roger Maris for those vintage. Just like a postcard, I think, from like 61 here, so 62 post. Old Ernie Banks. Big Hurt. Pujols, I don't know if that's his rookie. I think it's just I don't think that's a rookie year. No, it is 2001. This is one of his undervalued rookies. Got a Vladdy to 150. Frank. Joe Morgan. Joe Torre. Matt Cain. George Blatt. Mattingly. Big Hurt. Derek Jeter. I think that might be. This one's numbered. This card's numbered. Yeah, 150. think I should probably do a Whatnot. Maze Refractor. I think that's numbered. No. Teddy Baseball. I got his number. Out of 100. Maybe I should do an auction. Dustin Hermanson, rookie auto. Pat Burrell. This is a cool card. That guy was dope. Ichiro Griffey. Oh, the Griffey right there. My stack of Griffies. Mark McGwire Refractor. Jeff Bagwell, Clemens, Kevin Brown Refractor. Pujols 250/55. Jacoby Ellsbury /50. Corner. Sheffield Refractor. Yeah, I think I need to do an auction. Get rid of some of this stuff. But I also got to start making more videos. I got to get back into the groove of YouTube. I've been out for a while, so it's kind of hard to do that when you don't have a lot of active people in your lives. And what else I got over here? I can show you guys. I don't know what I got going on here. Big Mac rookie, Mac Attack, Altuve. I think that's numbered. No, this one's numbered. Altuve green. 125. Who's that? Rick Monday. That's a cool card. Roy Halladay Refractor. Steve Finley. Chipper Jones rookie roll call. That was a cool set. I think this is Bubba Danks. Jordan Danks. Lou Gehrig. I think it's an X-Fractor. Something like that. J Bell Refractor. Vladdy Refractor. Joey D National card. That's kind of cool. Biggio. Biggio /50. Alonso /50. Another Biggio, not numbered. Dale Murphy. Jeter. Martinez. This is a cool Rodriguez. Yeah, more stuff there. I don't think I have anything else. Noah Syndergaard, artist proof /99. Trout, I don't think that's numbered. Ripken silver, that's kind of a cool card. Tyler Gilbert, I don't even know if that guy's even pitching. He might be a Diamondback. Todd Hollandsworth, he was a stud. Auto. Biggio X-Fractor. Mike Schmidt. I think these were stickers, or are they tattoos? I think they might be tattoos. And then Logan Allen. Yeah, just should have accumulated that I need to get rid of. So again, I think I need to do maybe do a live auction. Just start everything at $1, no matter what. Everything $1. See where it goes. See if I get anybody to grab anything. Do a little mantle flip here. Book it. I think it's this way. See if I can get it to show you guys. There we go. No, it's the other way. My bad. Let me flip it over. There we go. See if I can get to show you. There we go. It's kind of hard to see it, unfortunately. Cool little trinket. I think that's from. It's called Flip Tips. I don't know what year that was. Look at some foosball. Tomlinson Refractor. Slayton on-card auto. Slayton. Steve Young Refractor. Steve Young Dyka. Reggie Bush. I think that's numbered to 7/99. Jonathan Stewart to 50, I think. 50. Emmett. Reggie Wayne, rookie patch. It's kind of sweet right there. This is Calvin Taylor. Some of these football rookies probably are not anything anymore. A rookie roll call, Matt Ryan to 50. Matt Ryan rookie to 50. That's kind of cool. Jerry Rice promotion. That's cool. Maybe I need to do a live auction. Get rid of some of this stuff. I got too much bulk. Des Bryant, Andre Johnson refractor. How about some Tony Gonzalez? That one's 250 if you can see it right there. 50. This one's to 100, I think. Yeah, to 100. Little Flacco. Let's do roll card. Tim Brown refractor. Top school label. Junior Seau, rest in peace. Tim Brown. 61 Rough Riders. Junior Seau, rest in peace. Barry. Some berries. Randy to 99. Why is he doing there? It's supposed to be the baseball section. Be football. And some 60, I think there's a 61 or 62. 63. There we go. 63 Stancraft playing guards. It's kind of cool. Danny White. I'm not sure what year this Danny White is. 77 Danny White. Barry die cut. Barry medalists. If you can see right there, it's got the see that? It's pretty sweet. There in the background. See through. Carson Palmer rookie patch. That's sweet. It's at a 1500 though. That's sick. Jason Witten refractor. Mike Evans to 100. Cordell Stewart rookie. Not sure what that insert is. Something. Michael Irvin hollow. Thomason rookie. Jay Cutler to 50. Yeah, see, I think I need to do an auction. Maybe just start everything at $1. If you saw it live tonight, it'll be in an auction for $1. If you're interested, coming soon. We'll just go through and I'll just put every card up one at a time. It'll be a long auction. I'll start with what I have 3 sports: baseball, football, and basketball. That's cool. Pat Swilling on card auto. I don't know who Scott was, but definitely a real auto. Steve McNair rookie. Edward, that's the artist. Roman Gilbert? What the hell's that? Huh. Zach Allen. I think he just passed. I'm not sure. A couple Cardinals just passed recently. Larry to 250. Steve Smith. I think this might be number 2. Yeah, 49. Emmett. These are sweet. These silvers. Again, a bunch of rookies that probably didn't make very much of themselves. So, but yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do. I'll probably try to do some more box breaks. But I just got all these bulk cards I need to get rid of. So I just do a dollar auction and just say, hey, it was on card auto. Little Shaq, that's a sweet card. Latrell Sprewell patch. Marbury patch. Marion patch, some Graysons. Vince Carter, gold label. I think that's a New Heights. Yeah, New Standard. Silas, Paul Silas, on card auto. That's sweet. That's to 49. Cameron Payne. She's a college coach, I think. I think she's just a college coach. She might have played a little bit too. Those are cool. These cards, I mean, I can't believe the value has not gone up in these cards. These Slamborees. It's crazy. This is probably like a $5 card. It's at $9.99 too. Maybe a little more. Maybe it's a $10 card. But that's sweet. Richard Hamilton, rookie on card. Sage. Chase. 1 of 1. Plate of Spencer Hayward. Tim Duncan. New Standards. Tim Duncan. Derrick Rose. I think this one's to 99. So I should just put all these in a put all these in a live auction. Start everything at $1. Damon Lillard rookie. Shaq gold. 2 Shaq gold? No, it's Hardaway. Hardaway gold, Shaq gold. Shaq tribute. Jordan. Little Ray Allen debut or Zebu, whatever the hell they call that. Pippen silver. Pippen to 50. Walt Frazier to 50. I think this was from the National. Yep, Sports Kings booth. 31st Annual National. What's up, Troy? Just going through some cards. I think I'm out doing an auction at some point. I got too much crap. Mark Jackson with the Mendez right there. LeBron rookie, but this is from that tribute or that so what is this, like a box set of his or something like that? But this is a rookie. Can't think of what that was called. Shaq. Hersey Hawkins on card. Or is it a sticker? It might be it's a sticker. Spencer Dinwiddie, whatever. Or is it Whitty? That's a sticker too. But look, it's got a little something in the middle there. Ripping the jersey, and then Joe Johnson. Gets to 99. 99 to not. Wow, look at that! I didn't know that. Last card in the run. Joe Johnson gold. That's a sweet card. Yeah, I think an upcoming auction might be something I want to do. Get rid of some of this crap. I mean crap, but good stuff. But too much of my. These are sweet too. I don't know if you guys are. I was a huge Slayton fan with West Virginia. These are sick patches. Here's a. I think this is Charles Johnson. Oh, Chris Henry. Patch auto. On card. I think that might be a sticker. This is definitely an on card. Another Chris Henry. That's a sticker too. Or an on card. I don't know. I can't tell. 150. I'll have to tell you how much of a Steve Slayton fan I got. Look at that. I got 2 of them. I think they're both to 99. Another one. That's a sick one. I don't like that. It's not on card, but that one's to 50. That one's cool too because it's got part of the. I don't know what that is. Is that an H? Part of the football right there with the letter. That's a sick one. Actually, probably one of my favorites. I wish it was on card, but it's not. That one's to 52. But that's cool. Yeah. Start those at $1. Guarantee those will sell. Those aren't going to last. At $1. I got some more cool stuff, man. I got a lot of stuff. I got too much stuff. I have boxes of just random. Got I don't know. She's a hot dog. I think she's the hot dog contest. She's the Black Widow. I don't know. My daughter. I mean, not my daughter, but got that card for her at one point. She's a soccer MLS player, I think. Yeah. Some hockey. It's hockey. I think hockey's on tonight. It's a 99. Dominic Hasek. These are cool. These are Rinkside, I think they were called. Yeah, Rink collection. I don't know who this boxer is, but that's sweet. I know that guy, Curtis Joseph. I don't know if that's numbered. It's not. That one is. Couple. I have no idea who these guys are. Sweet cards though. And I got a bunch of these hockey. Look at this. Just accumulate all these random golf cards. It's got Ernie Els, Strange, and Haas. I mean, they're all Hall of Famers, or probably going to be Hall of Famers. Tour cards. It's kind of cool. I don't know how I accumulated those. They're not numbered. Yeah, just more random stuff. Yeah. Got more. I got more. I got stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks. Stacks. And this is one of my patches, or my relic stacks. Willie McCovey. Wade Boggs. I wish I had more color, huh? This one. This is a part of the Forbes Field. Ty Cobb's a card, but I think that's part of the Stadium Seat. Yeah, authentic Stadium Seat. Not numbered. No, Greg Maddux, which is crazy to think about. This is a Greg Maddux. You think pitching, right? But it's an authentic game-used bat. And if anybody knows the Braves, I was a huge Braves fan back in the day. Still follow the Braves. Not as much as I do the Diamondbacks. But he was an excellent hitter. So that actually is really sweet. Actually, pretty cool texture on that card too. I don't know if it's numbered. Nope. Maddox pitching relic. That would have been cool to get all those 3 on there. That's not numbered. Little George Brett patch as well. Game worn jersey. It's pretty sweet. I don't think that's numbered. No. Let's see what else I got. Paul Molitor. Non-numbered. Bagwell. This is a sweet set. Game used bat. Kind of refractor. Still not numbered. I think they had number variations of these, but not numbered. Bobby Orr. That's sweet. Game worn. I can't see that. Does that say jersey? God, I think it says jersey. Any better lighting? Authentic something. I doubt that's authentic. He actually wore that. That's pretty sweet though. That's numbered to 50. Wow. I didn't know that was numbered that low. Adrian Gonzalez. It's pretty sweet. I think that might be numbered too. No. Yeah, exactly. Cabrera. It's pretty sweet. Yeah. Or Randy. It's a cool one. Got a little stripe in there. That's crazy how the card's within a card, but then this little area is open. Yeah, the unit. Yeah, I wonder if this is the game he threw the ball into the bird. Probably not, but that'd be cool. And you got a triple relic at a 75. Where's the auto, man? That would have been cool. Laureano to 50. That's cool. It's got the pinstripes, or I guess the twin stripes, I should say, the twin stripes. Right? Sweet. I think that's, yeah, it's 50. And then you got Carlton Fisk. I think that's to 75. Yeah, 75. Yeah. I think that'd be a fun lot, or a fun what's the word I'm thinking? Auction. I think there would be a couple bites on some of those cards at $1, right? What you think, Troy? Some basketball. Grant Hill. I don't know what jersey that was. I always wonder sometimes these cards. He's like, what game worn jersey. Okay, it was game worn, but I don't know why I would be wearing that color on the Magic. Huh. That's cool. Tony Parker and Brandon Roy. He had a short career. He was going to be really good. Not numbered. Clyde the Glide. Old school. This is a cool set. I think they made autos in this set too. I have the Olajuwon somewhere, and I think I might have the Robinson. Same card with the patch. Non-numbered. Paul Pierce. Nothing great there. This is a sweet one. Ray Allen. Back when he actually, when the Sonics existed. Those are actually worth a lot more than the when he was in any jersey. Any Sonics relics. I think that might actually be game worn too. Let's see. Authentic piece of a game used jersey. You probably can't even see that. There we go. Worn by Ray Allen in an NBA game. That's even cooler. So when he was with the Sonics. This is always funky too. It kind of reminds me of the what we call them laundry cards now in baseball, when they just put yeah. Yep. No, they're Oklahoma City. Sonics moved to Oklahoma City. Yeah, OKC. Yeah, the laundry card. This is the laundry floor card, I guess you want to call it that. Actual big old piece of hardwood. Let's see what it says. Is it part of in which Ray Allen played during an NBA game at the MCI Center? Oh, I wonder. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Big old piece of. I'd rather have part of the floor than I would. Yeah, I'd rather have piece of the floor than piece of white jersey, white cloth like today. Some of these cards. There's KG. That's pretty sweet. Again, I don't know where they got the black at. I don't remember the Celtics wearing black, but that might be wrong. Yeah. They might have had like a special jersey on or something. Sweet one. Let me think about it here. Got KG. KG and who is that? Oh, is that Butler? I can't see that. It's really hard to see that. I think it's Butler. Kareem Butler. That's sweet. Let me get a better sleeve for this one. The sleeve was all beat up. Card's been in that sleeve probably for years. There we go. That's sweet. Dual patch. Look at that. You can tell, but look at the numbers are like imprinted, and that's how long that card's been in there. I bet you this card's been in this. What is this? What year is this card? 2003. Can't focus. I think it says 2003. Yeah, 2003. That card. She's been in that. It's probably been in that sleeve since 2003. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? It's embedded under the sleeve. Yeah. T-Wolves. Yep. That's crazy. Let's see what else I got. Got some more. These are always cool. I always thought these were really cool. Some people don't really like them because they're not player autographed, but these cards are pretty cool. I don't know. I have a lot of these. These this Ed Villa, whatever you want to call it. He was a artist, and he created these cards, and then he autoed this is the artist auto, and then he numbered them. And I think the lowest number ones I think are 25, and they go up to like 100. But they're really cool shots. Like this is a Boggs, obviously. It's out of 50. This is 2017? 17. That's cool. I don't know who that is. Let's take a look. Nellie Fox. And that's out of 2018. Out of 50. We know that's Mike Schmidt. That's cool. They're really cool photos. That one's out of 50. So they don't, not many. Jim Palmer. That one's out of 50. I know who that is, but I don't know who that is. Who is that? Sox? Is that? What do I think I know who that is? I'm drawing a blank. Take a look. Yeah, Luis. Why did I? That's out of 25. That's sweet. He just passed like what, last year or 2 years ago? You passed recently. And then early win at 25. Yeah, I've got a lot of those cards. I like those. I mean, those are the ones I would do in an auction. Those are not the ones that are on my PC. And I've got some football ones too. This guy, and thank God the Cardinals got rid of this guy, Kyler. ODB or ODJ, I should say. Beckham. OBJ. Odell Beckham Jr. Jaworski? Who's this guy? Nope, I was way off. Brooklyn. Out of 50. Joe Namath. Out of 50. There, Joe. Out of 100. See, the max was, these ones were 2014. As they went up in years, they went down in number. I think that like in the 25 is the lowest he did them. Prince. This is a cool one. When Elway won the Super Bowl. I think it was the one he that one play when he dove into the end zone and flipped. Or did he dive? Yeah, I think he dove into the end zone and did a flip. Was that, what year was that? 95? What year did they win the Super Bowl? 95, 96. It had to have been after Terrell Davis was drafted. Terrell Davis was drafted in 93. So I'm thinking it was like 95 or 96. Yeah, let's take a look. Well, I don't think it says on here, honestly. I don't think it says the year. Yeah, it doesn't say the year. It's 2018. It's a card, but I think that photo is from 2000 and whatever year they won the Super Bowl. It probably says on the jersey, right there. I just can't see that. It's too hard to see. Right there. Yeah, whatever year that is. Sweet card though. See, I think those would do. I think those would do really good in an auction. I think I'd start them low and time at $1 and run it through. I think that would be a good auction, a good auction taker. Maybe that's the future. That's the future of what I'll do. Yeah. What else I got? I showed this earlier too. I don't know, you weren't on, Troy, but check out what I picked out. I picked up at the. Check this out. It's a 1940 postcard from some. I think it's a hotel in Vancouver. Yeah, right there, Hotel Vancouver. You can tell by the post. It's the stamp on it. It's say August 27th in 1940. But the cool thing about it is it's got Babe Ruth's autograph right there. So Ruth autographed this photo or this postcard. Pretty sweet. I'm gonna get it reframed. The frame is actually really crappy. It's like an old wood grain frame. I'm gonna get it framed in a different frame. And then the back, it's got the back of the postcard. It looks like it's all like it was up on a wall or something. I think it was probably just when it was deteriorated, but it's authenticated too. Right there. So yeah, I mean, I looked at it many times. I did spend a little bit on it. It was a bigger investment than I really wanted to make, but I mean, I don't know how authentic the authentic is. I mean, I looked it up, but I can't find anything on it. So, but the cool thing about it is I didn't take it out. I wasn't taking it out of the frame because I'm gonna reframe it, but obviously it's an old postcard, and these postcards are worth like, I mean, it's worth like $20 by itself. But obviously the postcard's not where the money's at. But like right here, like if you can't see it because it's just not going to be showing up on camera. But like there's like certain spots in this that are like heavy. Like right there's a heavy spot. That's a heavy spot. That's a heavy spot. Like there's certain spots where it's the ink. Like when he pushed down, you can see where the pen like pushed into the paper. So I was fairly confident that I was comfortable paying what I did. But so what I'm gonna do probably no, it's actually ballpoint pen. Yeah, it's not pencil. It's hard to see in the light in the camera, but it's actually pen. Yeah, it's like a big pen. It's like a black Bic. But yeah, you can tell like those two spots right where the thumb is, or my thumb is. I should do with the pencil. Like right here, right there. It's like it's almost dimpled. Like he wrote and then he like pushed off, and then right here, there's certain spots that make me like, okay, that might be legit. I mean, looking at the auto, it looks 1000% real. You know what I mean? Just based on every auto I've ever looked at from him, he always carries his E right here. The R always carries over, and it's always larger than the B. I mean, everything looks like. I mean, anything can be, I mean, forged, but and I was comfortable paying what I did. So I'll probably at some point get it re-authenticated. Um, I'm not sure which, which company I'll go with. I'm thinking maybe Beckett because I think they do postcards. I'm sure PSA does it too, but yeah, I'll probably do one of those two and then reframe it. Probably get it put once I get it slabbed, I'll probably put it in a frame. I've got some Babe Ruth photos that I can kind of, and maybe I can. Yeah, JSA is always a good one, and they're not that expensive, so that's probably what I'll do too. I don't know, I haven't decided yet, but at some point I'll get it authenticated. I want to put it in a new frame. I want to probably put it with a photo, like a Babe Ruth photo. I don't know, probably something, but this was a cool pickup. So, but again, that was pricey. I took a chance. I don't know if you were here earlier. I showed some other photos I picked up. Well, I have. I didn't pick them up. I had them. I got these a long time ago. I just haven't. I just need to get them reframed. This is photos I've gotten. Got Raleigh Fingers to autograph a picture for me. That's pretty cool. Probably one of my favorite pictures of all time. Look at his mustache. It's perfect. Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, that one's a cool one. I'm gonna get those reframed. And then I also got this one. Orlando autoed that one for me. Orlando Cepeda. It's cool too. But that one. And then I got of course these are all personalized, but still nonetheless. Cool to me, man. And this one too. I got Juan Marichal. Those are all cool. So I know those are all real because those are all ones that I've had for a while. That I actually got autoed myself when I was in person. So yeah, those guys got to get new frames for those. I've had those in my storage unit for years and years. I'm just starting to get that stuff finally out, and finally able to be displayed all these years. You know what I mean? Probably one of my cooler ones too. I'll kind of show you, kind of toggle up a little bit here. I got that one too, my Griffey. I got This Is JSA. It's on the back, and then I've got his rookie, and that one's not authenticated, but I'm fairly confident that's his auto. So got that on my. Already got that kind of up. And then, of course, I got my Jordan. I just actually picked this up a few weeks ago. I'm going to get that authenticated. I'm fairly confident it's real, but I didn't pay much for it. That's cool. Johnny Bench. That's a sweet birthday, man. Yeah. Finally getting around to start displaying all my stuff. It's been a hot minute. This guy was one of my favorite Cardinals of all time. I'm not a huge Arizona Cardinal fan. I mean, I am because I live in Arizona, but I think that's my home team. But this is one of my favorite guys to get autographed. Aeneas Williams got his rookie auto. Got that in person. That was pretty sweet. One of my favorite Cardinal players of all time. I think he's still. I think he's still. I think he's still in the front office. I think he does like player development or something with the Cardinals. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I've got. Just got to find room. You got to get frames. I don't know if are you a big race car fan? I got these the other day through an auction, and I didn't even know who it was at one point, but I did some more research, and these are from 1980, is when this car was used. This was back when they did. I didn't. I don't think this was. It wasn't Well, it wasn't NASCAR. It wasn't. I'm gonna say it was. It wasn't Indy. I think it was Grand Prix, is what they called it. But did some research because I didn't know who it was, and I got it through an auction, and it wasn't very expensive. Got two photos. This one's personalized to Jill. But this is the cool one. I'm gonna get framed. But it's actually Mario Andretti. I didn't know it was Mario Andretti. I had no idea. I thought it was the guy. This is actually the car that got. This guy raced for this company too. Back in the day, I mean, I think they still do put their name of the drivers on the cars. But this is John Essex, was the actual owner of the car, but he actually raced the car too. There was like three race back when this car was This is miss. This is later developed a little more, had more panels on it, but this is like the one of the prototypes. But yeah, it's pretty cool photo. I'm gonna get that framed. Not a huge Andretti fan, but I like the photo. I think it's a cool car. Yeah. So I got these photos for like $5, and the guy didn't even know who they were. The auction there, and nobody knew who they were, and nobody's like, they were just like, yeah, just we think they're real. We think they're racing from the early '80s, and I'm like, okay, sweet. And so I picked them up for $5. I was a winning bidder. Again, I like the car. I'm not a huge Andretti fan, but nonetheless, for $5, I'm not going to turn it down. You know what I mean? It's cool. It's a cool photo. Um, I got a this baseball is pretty cool too. One of my favorite baseball players of all time. Let's see if I can get it out of here so I can show you. My favorite baseball players outside of Griffey. Griffey's my favorite, but Tony Gwynn, it's pretty sweet. Rest in peace. I don't know who that is right there on the bottom. I don't remember who that was. But this is it gets cooler. It's over here is Mark Davis. I know he was an old Padres pitcher. And then this is a sweet one here too. The Hawk. Andre Dawson, and he personalized it. 87 MVP. Now, don't ask me why. I think this was I bought this ball um, through a pretty reputable dealer, and I'm fairly confident they're all real. I'm gonna again, it's on my list to get authenticated, but I'm fairly confident they're real. Like I'm 99% sure they're real. So that 1000% is real, and then the Gwen 1000% is real. I'm fairly confident that whoever that is real, and then Mark Davis, and that's it. I think that's the only four on there. I don't know who that is. Can't even really read it, but yeah, I'm gonna get. I mean, it, getting baseballs authenticated, little league ball. I think this is probably like some kind of like little league event that they happen to have a bunch of like Hall of Famers or baseball players. I don't know when it was autoed. Um, I would imagine that's what it was, and just happened to be Tony Gwynn was there and Andre Dawson at the event, so they both signed it. So, anyway, that was pretty cool. Again, I bought it for the Tony Gwynn, but I'm definitely gonna. I'm okay with the fact that it has Andre Dawson and that he personalized it too. Like, who does that? I mean, I know players do it. They personalize Hall of Famer or hits or whatever, Cy Young. Yeah, it's all the same pen. Yeah. So, but I'm like, I thought it was cool that he did that. He put the he put that he was the MVP, AL MVP. So, but yeah. So I'm not a really big fan of getting things autographed that have multiple people or not. Let me reword that. I'm not a big fan of getting things authenticated. Um, yeah, private site more likely. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But I'm not a big fan of getting things authenticated um, that have multiple autos on it. I just never was a big fan. Um, I mean, you can do it. Obviously, they do it, but I'm just not. I'm like said, I'm 99.9% confident that ball, those are all autographed that are real. So I'm not. I'm not getting rid of it ever. It's gonna go to my kids. So there's no point for me to spend the money on it. I know it's real. This card, I'll authenticate that. And if I end up paying $250 to authenticate that and it comes back, it's a chance I take. If it comes back real, I mean, that's that again, PC card. I just know that Jordan and Babe Ruth are notorious for forgery. So, um, yeah, get those autoed and See what they come back at. But that's a later thing too. I found some other cool stuff lately. I never knew this existed too. I don't know if you guys ever saw this. Mickey Mantle baseball kit. I think he had a set. This was a set back. Yeah, it was a set back in like the early 90s, I think, 89. I don't remember if these cards even existed. I remember seeing these. CMC collecting. I kind of remember these cards, but I don't remember the Mickey Mantles. This was cool. And then supposedly you can hear Mickey's voice. There's supposedly a record in there. That's what I heard. I didn't know. I mean, this is unopened. So, but if you have a record player, there's like I don't know what size. It'd have to be pretty small. Let's see if the back says. Doesn't say. Embossed album, baseball card set. Oh, a talking baseball card. An oversized. Yeah, I haven't looked it up yet. Yeah, I'm going to. I don't know if I really want to open it, to be honest. Yeah, right there. An oversized baseball card, which is probably right here, with the mix photo on the front that plays on a phonograph record. Plays on a phonograph record. Okay. Listen to Mickey Mantle's actual voice, a true baseball card collector's item. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't done any research on it. But I got that from a friend that was getting rid of a bunch of stuff. I couldn't pass up on that either for the price. I remember I'm gonna say it was it Topps in the late 80s. I probably have it somewhere too. I don't know where it is. But Topps made, I think it was called Talkin' Baseball. I have there's a blue, they have like a blue player. I say player, but like a little sound player, what do you want to call it? And then they sell these packs, and the cards had like something in them. You put the card in the player, and then you, of course, press play, and you'd hear like Vince Scully or whatever the announcer was, but then it would be talking about the player, whoever the player on that card was. I'm gonna say it was called Talkin' Baseball. I have some of those somewhere, and I have the actual voice player, but I don't have it handy. I think I got that years ago from somebody. But I have a bunch of the unopened cards too. Packs. I think that would be kind of cool. Yeah, I've accumulated so much stuff, man. Too much good stuff. You know what I mean? Boxes and boxes of cards. Boxes and boxes of cards. Yeah. Yeah, I am. I am to an extent. I mean, I've got quite a few sets. I'm just on the fence if I want to go like, start to go into the, the vintage side. I've accumulated a lot of sets too. Yeah. 70s 70s is tough. I think I'm trying to think here. I've got starting like pre junk. I've got 85, 84, 83, 82, 81, 80, 79, 78, 77, 76, 75. I think 75 is the earliest I have. And then when I say those years, I have everything in those years. Well, everything that's, Topps, Donruss, Fleer, O-Pee-Chee, all the big sets. I know O-Pee-Chee, I think O-Pee-Chee stopped making sets. I don't remember what year they stopped making sets. I have 85 Leaf baseball. Yeah, I think 75 is my earliest set, my earliest year. So I've got the minis, I've got the full size. I think 75 is the minis. Yeah. But yeah, that's the earliest I have. I don't know if I want to go any lower. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I want to commit to that. Yeah, it's expensive, man. A lot of the sets I've purchased, I haven't pieced together. I've got lucky enough to find them and just bought them outright. So some of the cards I had to change because of the condition. So some of the sets had cards that were a little more beat up, So I've done some fillers to get rid of some of those damaged cards, but then I have like bulk boxes of like some 60s. Yeah, I've got some late 60s, some mid 60s, but I mean they're rough. They're really rough. I might get a lot in an auction of like 167, 167 that year, and then but a lot of them are not big value anyways, but they're all beat up. So I could go through and I could start to piece together sets if I want to, but I'm not there yet because I don't want to commit to getting the big stars yet. And I know people say, well, just get get them here and there, and just then you can start to put fillers in. Nice. Yeah. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. I mean, down the road maybe. I've been trying to get the Tiffany sets. I've got 87 tops, 88 tops, 89 tops, 90. Do I have 90? Yeah, I think I have 90. Yeah. 86 I almost had, but they sold. Yeah, a local card shop had the 86 Tiffany. Yeah, you want to see it? I think I can pull it out. Let me get it. I think this is it. I don't know if it's going to show on the camera because it's. Let me see if I can clear some space. Let me clear some space out of here. Probably. I got in this cool binder too. You can't even really see it, can you? Let me see if I can pull the camera off. Hold the camera. Yeah, this is an old binder I picked up. It's really cool. The white backs. Yep. You guys can let me turn this light off. The light. I'm trying to see if I can get the less light so you guys can see it. Pull my lights off. Yeah, this is the first set I ever collected. My very first set. Probably can't really see it. First set I ever collected. 87 tops. Then and of course I never was able to afford this. But let's see if we can find some big rookies here. I don't even know the numbers. LaRussa. Wally Joyner's second year. I think I have all the rookies in here. I know I pulled some of them out because I had them in top loaders. But there's Crook. Yeah, I have that card autoed. I don't know why. Just happened to accumulate that card one time. I thought it was a cool card. John Crook. Look at all these cards, man. They had so many players, man. My God, there's too many players in this set. I think this is one of the. Yeah, there's one of the rookies right there. I think I pulled that. Might have been the Bo. No, actually, I think this was the 171. Or 170. I think that might be. I think it might be. That might be McGuire. I don't remember what that is. Yeah, I pulled all the big stars out. I got those in a safer spot. I didn't want to damage them, but I wanted to display this. So I don't think I really have any of the big rookies in here. To be honest, I think I pulled them all out. All these players, a lot of these players didn't make the Hall of Fame. A lot of these players didn't make the Hall of Fame. Dykstra. There's Reggie up there. It's one of our first Hall of Famers we saw. Now we got a sheet of them. Of course, those are all Hall of Famers. Yeah, I think 320 right there. I think that's Bo, right in the middle. Good old Bo Jackson. There's Roger down there. The Rocket. God, this is a big set, man. Oh my God. Crazy how big this set is. There's what I'm missing right there. I think that might be 366. I think that might be, I don't know who that is. Probably McGuire, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, these are sweet cards, man. I have the Tiffany set in the box still. I didn't open it. Is it Barry? It might be Barry. Let's see here. What number was that? I should look at the checklists. Makes sense. 365. Is it on here? 365 is 366 McGuire. That was McGuire. He's passed. There's George Brett. Fernando. Let's see who this is. This is 420. Let's see who 420 is. What's that checklist at? 420. Of course, I can't find the checklist now. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Yeah, they're in good condition too. I actually have, and this is a box that I purchased and I opened. So I don't have the sealed, the 87, I don't have the sealed. But when I bought it, it wasn't sealed. The 88, 89, 90, I think I have 91 too. No, I think 90 might be my last year. Yeah, this box wasn't sealed. My other ones are all sealed, so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna put it in the binder. There's Daryl up there. God, this is how big the set is, man. We're just keep going and going and going. Dale Murphy. Don Mattingly. There's Dave Megan, and that was a hot card back in the day. Don't open them. Yeah, I wouldn't. I've got the '01 tops. Um, '01 tops with the gold box. I think it was 2001 as Ichiro, and well, Pujols isn't in the set because he's in the update. I have the update, but I think the gold box is the '01 with Ichiro. Yeah, 2001. Yeah. Yeah, who's this one? No, I don't remember this one. Yes. I remember pulling these as a kid. I'm like, who are these players? Like, who's this dude? Brian Cutterbuck. Cutlerbuck? Like, who the hell's that? Who in the world is that dude? Ron Kill. I just kept going and going and packed. It's like you never pulled anybody. These are all big names there. His first Ripken right there. Yeah. Yeah, this is, I think this might be the McGuire. Or no, this is actually, I think 620 is the Barry. No, is it Barry? I don't know. I don't have a checklist. Anyway. Yeah, this is sweet. Yeah. If this was sealed box, I would have kept it sealed, but I figured this binder was cool. I could share with my kids when they want to look at it. Yeah, but that these binders go for like $50. These old Topps binders. I can't believe how much those binders cost. Yeah, that's cool. That's one of my favorite sets. Yeah. They've gone up so much in value, man. I picked it up. I can see all my mess right there. All my stacks of cards. They've gone up so much in value. It's crazy, especially sealed boxes. Again, if it would have been sealed, I would have kept it sealed. But since it wasn't sealed, I did keep the box though. Got the box handy. Just didn't. Computer docked. Yeah, I probably should have kept it in the box, but it's okay. The cards are safe. It's in a. I don't look at it too much. But the '86 set I really wanted. I really wanted the '86 set, but it sold out. It sold before I could get to it. So I know there's not any big rookies in '86. I think outside of the Tiffany, of course, but because you've got Bo and who's in the Tiffany's? Who's in the update set? Bo, Bonds, right? Yeah, Bo, Bonds, Canseco. Is that it? That the big three rookies in the update '86 update? I probably could pull it out. But the '86 base set, I think the only rookie of any substance was Cecil. So, and then of course '85 would be. I would love to have '85, but '85's crazy expensive. When did they start making? What was the first year they made Tiffany? Yeah, the wood border. What was the first year they made Tiffany? I want to say it was '84. It could have been. It could have been. I don't think they made '83. I might be wrong. I know they made '85. I'm fairly confident they made '84. I think that might be the first year. But 85's the Grail. I mean, 87, of course, because it was the first year. That was my first set I collected. Of course, not the Tiffany, but the first set I collected was 87 base, just regular. But 85, if I could get the 85 and the 86, I'll be happy. 89's cool. The only problem is I don't have the Griffey. Probably one of my well, I mean, outside of my trade or my Tiffany's, one of my favorite non-top sets from the 80s was the 89 Fleer Glossy. I got that one a while back. That's a cool set because of course it's got Griffey, but they're the glossy cards, so it's kind of like their version of the Tiffany. I don't have it. It's in my locker. Stored away, but it came in like that big metal tin. And they were numbered. I think they were numbered to like, oh sweet man. Did you get it raw or did you get it is it graded? I would imagine it's graded. I mean, it's a stupid question, I guess. Probably graded, but if so, what was the grade? I don't think I'd ever buy that card. Well, I mean, I guess I would buy it if it was a good deal. Oh, you bought it raw. I don't think I'd be really worried about those cards. Just because of the fact that they are so a lot of those cards are fake. Just because of the stamping. I'd be worried, but I don't either. But I mean, I just think with those Desert Shield, if I got like a Griffey, I would probably be inclined to buy it to be worried about it. But I mean, I do have some Desert Shield cards, but they're all raw, and I got them for such a again I got them for such a cheap price. For me, it wasn't a big deal. But I think if I spent the money on a Griffey, or if I spent the money on probably the one card that I really really want to buy, but probably never will have, is the Chipper Jones. That's the holy grail. As far as like junk wax for me, is that Chipper Jones Desert Shield. That would definitely have to be graded. I mean, again, depending on the price situation, maybe I'd buy it because it's cheap enough. So if I lose my money, I'm not going to be worried about it. But for me to feel confident, if I was going to spend a lot of money on it, it had to be graded. I want it real. But I have the Nolan Ryan, I have the Ricky Henderson, I have the Frank Thomas. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Even getting it raw again is you're taking a major chance because it's really really there's a lot of fakes. Um, I have the Frank Thomas. That's one of my favorite cards because of the photo. Frank Thomas, the photo, he's swinging. Um, I've got Ryan Sandberg. I've got Bo Jackson. Um, I think that might be it. I think I got Roger. Actually, I got Roger Clemens. I've been accumulating those, but again, I every so often if I go to an auction or I just happen to be somewhere where they're selling a card shop, they're selling them and they're raw. I think I got the Ryan Sandberg a few months back at a card shop for like $15. I'm like, who's gonna pass up on it? Yeah, that's a good start. Exactly. I mean, I have those are the stars, Hall of Famers. I also have a good amount, probably 50 to 75 non-stars that I have. So, I mean, I could start building a set. I'm going to get to the chipper and I'm going to have to spend a lot of money. And again, I'm probably going to have to spend enough to get a graded one. So, but yeah, I mean, for $15, if you saw a Ryan Sandberg Desert Shield at a card shop, would you pass on it for $15? Did you pass on it for $20? I don't think anybody would, even if you're not a Ryan Sandberg fan. I think I paid for the Bo Jackson. I've had that for quite a while. I think I paid 35 or 40 bucks for the Bo Jackson. The Nolan Ryan was pricey. I'm gonna say the Nolan Ryan I paid like 50 bucks, 50 or 60 bucks for. Again, raw. But I've had him for years. The Ryan Sandberg's my newest one. The Frank Thomas I've had for years. Probably before I was doing videos. And I think I can't remember what I paid for the Frank Thomas. Not a whole bunch. But yeah, if I could snag, oh, I have the Dave Justice, because I PC'd Dave Justice for a long time. I actually I did some videos. I think it was probably my second non-break video, YouTube. I did some Dave Justice videos where I showed all my Dave Justice cards. Not all of them, but so I showed that in one of my videos. But I think I picked that card up for like maybe $5. But that was probably like in the early 2000s. But I mean, I have a lot of those players. So a lot of the kind of no-name players. What else do I have? I could have swear I have more. I think I have the George Brett too. Maybe I should start putting them together. Maybe I should start getting a binder together. Yeah, I don't know how many actual boxes went out, but it wasn't very many. Yeah, it was very, very few that went out. Yeah, be nice to have. Be nice to have that set. Every so often I see them come up on eBay. You know, somebody's selling the whole set, even if the chipper's not there. But they're still thousands of dollars. I mean, thousands and thousands of dollars, depending on if they're some graded. Oh, so you never were at that point where you were getting all that good stuff on. See, I think that's cool. I think that's cool that they gave out the cards to troops. But who would have thought, man? Who would have thought? Yeah, who would have thought that they would have been so highly sought after? Just think if Chipper was a big rookie. Frank was the year before. Griffey was the year before that. There wasn't really any other big rookies in that set. Was there? I don't think there was any other. I think Chipper, of course, was the only rookie that really made it. You know, was anything in that year. Yeah, Chipper was the only one in '91. Well, Bagwell, but Bagwell wasn't in. He wasn't in the tops. I think he was in the tops traded. Wasn't it tops update or tops traded, whatever that was? Him and Bagwell was not in that base set. Who else? There was another rookie in that year too. I just actually trade. Yeah, I just bought the traded set. I don't have it. I don't have it here though. It's in my storage locker. But Bagwell's in that set. Garcia Parra's in that set. Giambi's in that set. I mean, I guess not as big of a rookie, but Bagwell is a big rookie. Biggio was the year before that. Bernie was 90. Yeah, I think Bagwell was the only other rookie, and honestly, I think the only other set he wasn't in the Flair set, he wasn't in the Top set, he was in the Flair Ultra set. Was that it? I think Bagwell only had one set he was in. I mean, outside of the traded set. I have to look it up. But yeah. But if Bagwell would have been in that Desert Shield, that would have been even crazier. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I wish I had that set in front of me. I just bought that set. I didn't have it for the longest time. I think I had an open set, but I got a sealed one for like $5. A traded set. Who else is in that set? There's more rookie. I'm missing some of the rookies. I have to look it up. Let's see if I have my computer. Who's in the 80s or that 91 tops traded? 1991 tops traded. There's other rookies in there too. Let's see. Okay, I'm pulling it up right now. Let's see. All right. Okay. So Bagwell's in there, of course. Let's see who else. Giambi's in there. Luis Gonzalez, of course, is in there. So we're by Luis Gonzalez. Yeah, they're not very expensive sets. That was really it. There's a few other rookies, but nobody of any substance. Why do I think Jim Abbott rookie's in there? Maybe I'm thinking of a different year. Ivan Rodriguez is in that set. Just think, Troy, if 91 tops had Bagwell, Rodriguez, just think if it had those players, how much crazier that set would have been. Yeah, that's it. I think Nomar's a few years after that. Yeah, but just think if Bagwell and Ivan Rodriguez would have made that set, along with Chipper. I mean, Giambi, of course. I mean, he was a kind of a, and Gonzalez obviously had a good career. But just think about if those guys would have made that base set. That would have been a crazy good set. Yeah. So again, that's the reason why Chipper's what he is. You know what I mean? That's why his card is so much. Let's see, anyone tops. Because he's really the only rookie in the. Let's see, rookies. Curious to see who else is in there, and then base set. That's anybody. Brian McRae was a hot prospect, but he never panned out. Yeah, there was nobody else. That was it. Chipper was the only one by far that made anything for himself. For anyone, I mean, Carl Everett had a decent career. Who else? Brian McRae had a decent career, but nothing compared to Chipper. Yeah, 91 was kind of a weird year. A weird year for rookies. Now I'm going to look up and see what now I've got me curious. Let's see if 1980. Let's see, 84 Topps Tiffany. Okay, I did have an 84 set. Yeah, so 84 had a set. Let's see if 83 had a set. So maybe I need to. 83 had a. No, 83. I don't think 83 had a set. No, 84 was the first set. Well, hold on, maybe not. Maybe not. Hold on. Let's see how many Tiffany sets were ever made. Yeah, it should be, man. That's a sweet card. Yeah, one of these days I'll get crazy. I'll get crazy and get that Griffey, but I don't know if that'll be anytime in the future. Honestly, I think Griffey's my number one favorite player of all time. I think that's a lot of. If you grew up in that era, that's a lot of people can say that. But I think honestly, when you put the Frank versus the Griffey, and honestly, out of the two, I'm honestly taking the Frank Thomas. I mean, I want the Griffey, and I would take the Griffey, but if it was back in the day, I honestly, even looking at the photos, I think we can argue all day long. I mean, I think the Frank Thomas is one of the most iconic early '90s cards. That photo of him, I don't know, maybe because it was plastered all over the place, but I like that photo better. I mean, I'd rather have the Griffey because of the value and, of course, who it is. Frank Thomas never was the player Griffey was. He's your only PC. I never really PC'd Griffey. I mean, I have a lot of Griffey cards, but I never really PC'd Griffey. Only person I ever PC'd, like hardcore, was David Justice. That was the only player I ever consumed time and energy to PC and money. And that's I mean, he wasn't he wasn't, I mean, he was a great player, but he was my only PC ever in my lifetime. I mean, as I got older, sure, I accumulated a lot of Griffeys and I accumulated a lot of Franks and I accumulated a lot of players from that era, but I never really PC Griffey. Yeah. Now trying to PC Griffey is just crazy, especially as you get into the '90s and even the early 2000s. I mean, I just saw something on Instagram, and I don't know, it was probably a couple days ago. One of my probably, if I was to say, if I was to give, I mean, again, take out the extreme, like if you can give me a 51 Bowman mantle or a 52 Topps mantle, I'm taking them. I mean, honestly, and that's stupid. Or even pre-mantle years, you talk about like just Babe Ruth and all. I'm taking out of the equation. Let's take all those off the table. But like if you talk about like junk wax era, so we're talking like 86 through, when did junk wax stop? Mid 90s, I think. I mean, it didn't, but I mean, whatever you want to say, junk wax was. There's one card in the junk wax era, and it happened to be in. Oh my goodness, what year was it? Was it 92? No, 94. whatever year, 94, 95, something like that. Upper Deck. It might be 93, but at any rate, it's the Griffey Mantle Dual Auto. That would be the card I would love to have in my PC. And I would imagine if you're a PC Griffey guy, you probably don't have that card. I know you know what I'm talking about. It's like in early 90s. I'm going to say it's 90. It wasn't 91. It wasn't 92. It wasn't 93 because it wasn't Jeter. I'm going to say it was 94. I have to look it up. 94 or 95 Upper Deck. It's the dual. It's got Mantle and Griffey on it. It's like a picture, like a drawn out picture. I know you know what I'm talking about. But it has you could get the card. I have the card, but it doesn't have the autos on it. But there's one that has a Mantle auto, one has the Griffey auto, and then one has a dual auto. That's the one I want. And I saw it on Instagram the other day. Somebody had pulled it out of a pack. I don't know where it was, and who they were. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I know you've seen it. It's like a hand drawn photo of the two, and of course it's autoed. But to get that card, I mean, that card, and probably that card for sure is number one. If we want to kind of put it on a wish list, that's number one. But if you go back a little further, probably my number two is the Frank Thomas No Name on front. I mean, obviously real, not faked, but if I could get, if I would be happy to leave this earth having those two cards. If you think about just junk wax, I'm sure there's other cards in there too, but those are the two that really pop. I mean, the Chipper Desert Shield is great, but I would take the Griffey Mantle Auto over the Chipper, and I would take the Frank Thomas no name on front over the Chipper. That would be the order. And I think that would probably be it. If you're thinking about like from like 86 through, let's say 93, that year to me, that maybe 94, 95 is probably when the junk wax ended, even though cards were still getting mass produced. I don't think it was, you didn't have as much junk. You started to get some better brands and some autos and some inserts and all kinds of cool stuff like 95. And then of course it started getting crazy after that. You know what I mean? Topps Finest, all those brands, all those inserts, all those crazy cards. You know, the PMGs and all that stuff. So, but if you think about like 86 to 93, I don't know, man. So you're telling me you take the Desert Shield Chipper, and we're talking about graded, so real. You would take the Desert Shield Chipper Jones over the Griffey Mantle Auto, dual auto. That's a tough one, and I love the Chipper. I love the Chipper. I'm not taking it. I'm definitely taking the Mantle / Griffey Auto. Yeah, I get it. You got a connection. Yeah, yeah, I understand. Okay, so that's number one. Are you taking the Griffey Mantle too, or are you taking the name on front Frank Thomas? How would you rank your number one and number? Okay. See, I'm going one. I'm going one there. Two. 3 is going to be. That's my order. If I was to, if somebody was to present me those 3 cards, okay. Which one do you want? Oh, the auto version's crazy. And the crazy thing about it is, it wasn't numbered. And of course, I don't think they're really numbered cards back then. I mean, unless you were like classic or, one of those funky off brands. But if, they didn't number cards. And the crazy thing to think about is, why wasn't that card like a 1 of 1? But it wasn't. They don't know how many exist. I know I've seen them on, if you go on eBay, there's lots of them. There are, lots, but there might be 5 listed on eBay. Yeah. That card alone was supposedly like a case hit. Just to get the card. I don't have it. It's buried somewhere. I could probably show it in a later video. I've got to get some of my cool stuff out, but yeah, I remember pulling and thinking, this is the coolest thing ever. Okay, yeah, I could see that. Take the chipper over the Thomas. But yeah, I remember pulling it and I'm thinking, wow, what the hell is this? I've never seen this card before. And then after the fact, I remember going to the card shop and I showed the guy at the card shop. And the guy's like, yeah, that's a really cool card. They're like 1 per case. And this is back before they even talked like that. They didn't talk to you about case hits back then. But the card shop guy's like, yeah, I think they're about 1 per case. And I don't know, I think cases had like 12, 15 boxes. So they weren't super, super rare. But, and then he's like, yeah, they have an autoed version of this. One will have the mantle by itself. One will have the Griffey by itself. And then you have one with both of them. And you think the one with both of them would be like a 1 of 1. But they were numbered. I could see maybe the Griffey and the mantle single autos being like non-numbered. But man, you think they would have won. But again, they didn't number them like that. So that card comes out today, it's a 1 of 1. That's it, bottom line. But back in 94 or 95, they didn't do that stuff. At least that I remember. I don't remember. Maybe they did do some numbered cards, but yeah, that would be holy grail. But somebody pulled that out of a pack. Those boxes are ridiculous. I'm gonna say it's 94. Any rate, but yeah, I think those boxes go for like just a crazy amount because the chances of getting those cards, are yeah. It's to see those boxes or to buy those boxes. I'm gonna say those boxes are over $1,000. The ones you can actually pull either one of the autos or the dual auto. So I know they exist. I think at one point I had a box sealed, but I think I opened it. Yeah. But I'm not, it's a great card, but I'm taking Mantle Griffey over any dual auto right now as we sit here talking about this. I'm taking the Mantle Griffey dual auto over any baseball dual auto. I don't care who it is. I don't care. I'm just there's nothing. Even if it's Griffey, let's say Griffey Otani, I'm still taking Mantle Griffey. And I know, of course, Mantle's deceased. I get that, but nonetheless, even if Mantle wasn't deceased, I think I would still go that card or that auto pair. I think that's just ridiculous. Never gonna happen. So I'll never see that card. And if I do, I think it does, but it doesn't exist in a duel. I think it's like a, I'm gonna say it's like a, I think it's like a booklet. I think at one point I saw somebody had pulled a booklet of like, I mean, there's lots of them, but I think I saw a video online. A guy pulled a breaker, pulled a booklet, it had like 50 autos, and it had Ruth, and it had Griffey, and it had Mantle. I mean, it was sick. Reggie Jackson. I mean, it had Frank Thomas. I mean, it was just ridiculous. It had 50 autos, and it gets crazy. It's just crazy how many of these cards these days have these crazy autos. Yeah. The closest thing I have to only Nolan Ryan, um, I've got Nolan Ryan baseball autographed. I think I've got one that has him on it too. That has all the Cy Young winner. Well, not all of them, but that would be sick. I know those exist. I know Griffey's got Randy Johnson dual autograph. I don't have one. I've got Randy Johnson autographs. I just don't have any with Griffey. But I wasn't a huge Mariner fan, so I never really collected Randy Johnson's I have is when he was with the Diamondbacks. So it was later in his career. If anything I have is either when he was with the Diamondbacks or the Yankees. I've got a couple relic cards. I think I have one relic auto too. I have a couple Diamondback cards that have his auto on it, but they were after the World Series year or years. They did well with us. Yeah, but I never was a Mariner fan. Yeah, no, Nolan Ryan value has gone up quite a bit. He's one of the his cards are skyrocketing too. Yeah, I've got a baseball that's got, I think it's got 7 or 8 Cy Young award winners. He's on there. Um, Steve Carlton's on there. Warren Spahn's on there. I can't remember who was on there, but I think it's got 7 or 8 autos, and it's JSA authenticated. I bought that one. I think out of the 7 or 8 autographs, I think only like 1 or 2 of the autos or the people are still alive. What else is on there? I don't have it out in front of me. I know Spawn's on there. I know Nolan's on there. I know Carlton. Yeah, I think everyone's. I honestly, I think maybe he's the only one that's still alive on the ball. Nolan Ryan. I think he's the only one that hasn't passed. What else is on there? Damn, I want to grab it now. Let me see if I can. Like, what's my phone at? My phone's about to die. Yeah, it might probably take me too long to grab it. Yeah, but I think most of them are deceased. Who the hell else on there? Name some more Cy Young winners from the years past. like years past, like years and years and years old. Why am I drawing a blank? Damn it. Can't think who else is on there. Let me see if I can grab it real quick. I found it. Yeah, I think it might be. Let's take a look. We're gonna look together. Well, I take that back. It's not. There, a lot of them won the Cy Young, but they were the 300. It's a 300 win ball. Let me reword my. Let me correct myself here. So all right. So we know that's Nolan. So it's a 300 club ball, but a lot of them won the Cy Young. That's the little cheatsy little plaque it came in. All right, so that's Nolan. Warren Spahn right there. Tom Seaver, right? Tom Seaver? That bottom one? I think that's Tom Seaver. I could be wrong. That's definitely Warren Spahn. Gaylord Perry? Right there. Steve Carlton? Phil Niekro? So Steve Carlton, Phil Niekro. Don Sutton. That's definitely Don Sutton right there. Am I missing somebody? There should be 7 on here. Let's see. Yeah, I've got Gaylord. Okay, let's go back and look one more time. We've got Nolan. Nolan's a sweet spot right there. That's Nolan for sure. That's 1. Steve Carlton's 2. Phil Niekro's 3. Don Sutton's 4. Warren Spahn's 5. I think that's Tom Seaver. I don't know. I have to look. I don't have the paper. I just have it's not on the little thing. I have it somewhere. God, what is that? What else could that be? If you think about 300 game. Yeah, that's got to be Tom Seaver. So I think there's 7. 1, 2. Let me get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6. I think there were 7. Wait, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there's 7. Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's Tom Seaver. Did he won 300 games? I'm pretty confident he won 300 games. Yep. So it's a 300 club ball, but I think a lot of these guys, if not mistaken, won the Cy Young, or some of them did, I guess. But yeah, it's 300 club. Yeah, I originally bought it just for the Nolan, but and I found that they had all these other autos. I'm like, sweet, I'll take it. I paid a lot of money for it, but it was still a cool ball. Yeah, and I think that I thought about maybe getting some. Oh yeah, that's right. No, Ryan did run the Cy Young, didn't he? I thought he won it multiple times, or did he not? Is he the one that didn't win it? You could be right. Yeah, maybe you're right. I know he racked up a lot of strikeouts and a lot of wins. Maybe you're right. Maybe he didn't win the Cy Young. Yeah. So I think if I wanted to continue that ball, I'm trying to think 300 win club. Who else is missing? Who else will be missing that's in the 300 win club? I guess I probably could look it up too. Yeah. No, you're right. Let's see. Let's see if it. Okay, let's see who it. If I wanted to, if I wanted to add to that baseball, I'd have to get Roger Clemens. I know that one. Let's see who else is in the 300 club. All right, again, Cy Young, I'm not getting because he's dead. Walter Johnson, I'm not getting. Oh, there's more than I thought. Grover Cleveland, Christy Mathewson, Pud Galvin. How's Pud Galvin? Warren Spahn, Kid Nichols, Greg Maddux. I could still get. So Greg Maddux, Roger Clemens, Tim Keefe's dead. Carlton, I got. John Clarkson, he's dead. Eddie Plank's dead. Nolan Ryan, I got. Don Sutton, Phil Niekro, Gaylor Perry, Tom Seaver. Charles Redbarn is dead. Mickey Wills dead. Tom Glavine. So I could get Maddux, Glavine, Clemens, Randy Johnson. That's it. As of right now, that's all. And this is according to, I think this is current. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4 more autos. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 more autos. So if I wanted to increase my autographs, I could get 4 more. And I could get yeah. All right. Oh yeah, easily. And I have space on it too. So I know Glavine and Maddux and Johnson. Johnson actually, he lives here in Arizona. He's always doing shows quite often. So I could definitely get Randy, and then I'd probably have to stretch to get Maddux and Glavine and Clemens. But I'm sure I could easily. I mean, I could get them. Get that ball, and that would be that. I'd have everyone on that ball. That'd put me at 11. Everyone that I could that isn't deceased. So, yeah, it's on my bucket list. It's on my. I mean, there's a show coming up in November. I think Randy's gonna sign at that show, and I think he charges like, I think it's $75 an autograph. So that's on my list to do that. I think Maddux and Glavine, I'd have to. I forget how to do that because obviously I'm not local. I have to figure that out. And Clemens, I know, still autos. I'd have to go. I bet you I'd have to go. I'd have to go to like a card show, a big show. I've got a, I can't take it off my wall. But I got a Luis Gonzalez autographed bat that I don't know the origin of what game it was played. He used the bat, but it's a game used bat that he autoed. And I'm in the works to get a autographed photo, like framed photo of Gonzalez. He's swinging the bat, his game-winning hit, and he autographed the photo. It's like probably it's a pretty big photo, but I've got it on it was at a card shop I go to, and I put it on like layaway. So it's mine. I just have to pay it off, but it's probably, I don't know how big the photo is. It's a pretty big photo. It's bigger than 8x10. I'm gonna say it's probably like a 20x25 photo of him swinging, and then of the hit, and then at the plate, and then he's autographed it, of course, and then he put down 2020 2000 or 2020, 2002, 2001, a World Series game-winning hit. That's the autograph personalization. And then it's got like 2 photos of him, one with the trophy and then I think one with him doing something else. And then the middle is the World Series ticket, but it's not the real ticket. It's a facsimile ticket. I actually have 2 of the actual Game 7 World Series tickets on that I bought a ways back. So I might change out the ticket, take out the facsimile one, and put the real ticket in the frame. Yeah, it's a big photo. I'm gonna say it's bigger than that, 16 by 20. I mean it's a I'll give you, let me give you kind of a this is a frame I have up right here. You can see that. My Sean Marion jersey. It's autographed. So it's that big of a frame. But the photo's like up here. This is the photo. So it's like that whole part of it's different frame, of course, but it's about the same size. And then down here is a kind of like the Dickie V right there. It's like a photo like that, but he's doing something here and he's doing something here. And then the ticket's right here in the middle. But I mean, that where the Marion is, that whole part is the photo of him swinging the bat. So it's a pretty big photo. Yeah. Yeah, I just gotta get it. Yeah. I only paid like, I think at the after all the taxes and stuff, I ended up paying like 175 for the photo. The frame alone is probably worth $100, $125. It's a nice frame. Yeah. Yeah, and I saw that, I'm like, I couldn't pass it up. Here, let me show you the bat. See if I can get the bat. Here's the bat. I don't know if you can see it. There's the bat. There's the cracks. Right, there's the crack right there. So I don't know where this bat came from. The person I bought it from, um, had a lot of Dimebacks, like memorabilia. So I think, I mean, it's authenticated by JSA. Sure, here's the bat. Here's the bat nub. There. So yeah, they had a lot of Diamondback stuff. So even before it was authenticated, through JSA, because I had that done, I knew it was real. Yeah. So I don't think it's specific game, but I mean, it is a used bat. I mean, it could have been batting practice, but I mean, who knows? But either way, I paid nothing for it. I mean, I think I paid like $150 maybe for the bat, and it came with a bat box or whatever, like a wall display. So I couldn't pass up on that. So, but the guy that the guy I bought it from, he he has a really good relationship with he was a executive with the Diamondbacks. Start with the G, Garagiola. Um, and he actually still comes in the card shop, Garagiola, and his son. I think he passed though. I might be wrong though. I don't know. But either way, that's the guy. But a lot of his stuff that he had, all his Dimeback stuff, accumulations of all his Dimeback stuff, filtered through this guy, and then I bought it off this guy. So like whenever I buy stuff like that, yeah, yeah. Whenever I buy stuff that from this guy, Diamondback stuff, I'm like 99.9% sure it's authentic. Even though I had the bat authenticated, I knew it was real. But I have a jersey. I have a Randy Johnson jersey. I have a Brandon Webb jersey. I've got a Schilling jersey, a Gonzo jersey. But they're all, I have no doubt they're all real because they come from the same guy. The bottom from Garagiola. Like he had his estate he sold. That photo that I have on layaway came from the same estate. The tickets I bought, 2 World Series Game 7 tickets I bought that were from that collection or from his whatever. So everything I bought was all from there. So I don't have any doubt. Anytime Dimeback stuff comes up with from that person, if I can afford it, I buy it because it's like I know it's real. So, but yeah. What else did I buy from him? I bought a bunch of baseballs. I got Matt Williams baseball. I don't have it with me. You'd really like this. I've got and I didn't even know what it was at first. I don't know if you remember Chris Young. He was a center fielder for the Diamondbacks. I'm thinking like it was like mid 2000s. I need to get my dates right. But he was a center fielder of the Diamondbacks, actually a really good player. He had a bunch of good years with us. I mean, a bunch, but a few. They had a thing the Diamondbacks did where it was a game promotion, but you had to be at the game. But they would pick a random ticket. And if it was your ticket, and wasn't me, I bought the jersey. I bought the jersey thinking it was just a regular Chris Young jersey, like a authentic jersey, because I wanted to display it. But I ended up finding out it was a jersey that they had a promotion called take a shirt off your back or shirt off your back, where if you were the lucky ticket, they would give you the player. It was only certain players. Chris Young was one of them. I'm going to say it was late 90s or early 2000s. I can't remember what year it was. Anyway, but if you were the ticket, you were the winner, and you would get that jersey off that player that he wore during that game. So Chris Young jersey he wore. So it was game worn jersey. First of all, it's a real jersey, which go for $200. I wanted the jersey, but on top of that, it was game worn. They ended up beating them. I think it was the Padres. They beat them 5-3 because they give you an actual document from the Diamondbacks with all the proof. So it's a game worn jersey. He autographs it, and they get this letter from the Diamondbacks, and you get a photo him swinging in the jersey, and it's autographed, and he personalized it, I think, with the date of the game. And then you get a bobblehead they gave away that game too. It's autographed. So I got all this stuff. I was wanting to buy the jersey, and same guy, and he's like, "No, I got all this stuff. It's actually game worn." And I'm like, "Okay." I think I ended up paying like I'm gonna say like $35 for all of it. I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" So I got that. I'm gonna get that framed, and I don't think they ever did it again. I think they did it for a few times, few years, but that was pretty cool. So, man, I wish they would do that these days, man. If it was Corbin Carroll or Cattell or any of the studs now, that would be sweet. But think about it, back in the day, Chris Young was like our Cattell, or like our Corbin Carroll. He was the center fielder of the future or whatever. I think he played center field. But anyway, yeah, that's the stuff I get from this guy. It's like from this collection he's kept forever that he keeps accumulating or just wants to sell off. So I have a Byung Young Kim. I think is it Byung Young Kim? I think you posted in the chat, right? He was that sidearmed Korean pitcher we had. I've got an autograph card of his that's got a patch. I think it's numbered too. I think I honestly, I think I got, yeah, Upton, Justin Upton, Eric Burns. Um, I think Webb was our pitcher at the time, the big pitcher. Yeah, I got that Byung Kim card for like I think I got it like on an auction, but a card show for a couple bucks. It was like in a dollar box. I'm like, who the hell is this? And I'm like, wait a minute, but this is years after. And um, I think I still have it. Yeah, he didn't autograph a whole bunch too. I remember right. He very few autographs of his exist. Um, but yeah, I need to do some more videos on my collection because I've just got so much stuff. I just have it in my locker, my storage locker. Yeah, it's not a ball. It's just a card. I'm gonna say it's like 2005 or 2006 card. It's years after the World Series, and the patch is not great, but it's an auto patch card, like a game used player card or whatever. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I'm not a fan of him. I mean, I knew, I mean, I liked him because he was a Diamondback pitcher, but I just happened to see it and I'm like, this is cool, you know, kind of a cool little thing you don't see very often. Yeah, I'll see if I can find it. Maybe I'll make some videos of some of these little oddball cards I have. I just got to get them out of my locker. I keep everything stored. I don't even keep everything in my house. It's too much crap, too much stuff, not enough space. All right, man. I'm gonna call it a night. I'll probably making some more videos soon. I just got to get some time cleared away. But it's good talking to you, man. I'll see you soon.